If you're a dietitian and you're not using direct messages as a way to sell potential customers into your product or service, you're missing an opportunity. In today's video, I'm going to break down some tips that you can take away, some tactical steps so that you can start selling over direct message. Firstly, are you regularly using direct message on Instagram as a virtual dietitian? So using direct message is an excellent opportunity for you to start connecting with people one-on-one and building relationships. The first question I want to ask is, how often are you using this feature to connect with potential customers? Sometimes, often, or never. So if you're never using direct message on Instagram as a virtual dietitian, it's definitely time to start. If you're not consistently using direct message as a part of your regular marketing actions in your business as a virtual dietitian, now would be the time to start. Now that we've gotten that cleared out of the way, you might be wondering, oh, okay, what do I say and do? Stay tuned because I'm going to give you an actual example of how you can use direct messages to make sales. But first, let's talk a little bit more about consistency when we talk about the benefits of using the direct message feature on Instagram. Let's get a little bit more tactical. Now that we've talked about how important it is to use direct message, I want you to set a goal and ask yourself, what can you commit to? If you're using Instagram and direct message as an opportunity to connect with people, potential customers, and learn about the problems that they're experiencing when it comes to nutrition and the nutritional outcomes that they hope to achieve, how often are you going to use direct message? Now, a really great way to set a goal would be to use the SMART goal framework. So that means it's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. So what that might mean is that you're going to start with 10 to 20 minutes a week, specifically intentionally using direct message to have conversations, to start conversations with people and learn about their needs when it comes to nutrition. That would be a great way for you to tactically apply the suggestion of using direct message regularly. Now that we've assessed how often you use direct message on Instagram as a virtual dietitian and setting a SMART goal to fit your lifestyle about how many minutes or how much time you want to spend using direct message to make sales as a virtual dietitian, now we can talk about how to strategically direct message people. So it wouldn't make sense to talk about what it looks like to direct message people if you're not doing it at all. So I want to make sure you're committed. So say yes in the comments so I know that you are committed to using direct message as a feature to connect with people. Learn about their needs, build relationships, and find out how you can solve problems as a virtual dietitian. There's a formula that I teach inside of my trainings here at Dietitian Boss for how you can approach conversations that have a good chance of leading to sales over direct message. So it goes like this. You want to message people that are in your potential niche or that you have a chance to help, right? So you want to identify accounts and message people. You want to ask them one question. So you don't want to overwhelm them. Start a conversation by asking them a question about what their want or need could be related to nutrition. Then you want to ask if they have any support with finding an outcome or resolution to that particular need or frustration they're experiencing around nutrition. So those are the 3 steps. Here's an example that I have as a tool accessible in our program, and this would be an actual screenshot of what someone has said to one of our clients. So they're talking about supporting their lifestyle, they're talking about weight and pregnancy and diet and low-fat carbs. So this is all really good information that you can use to ask them a simple question. So you can see on the bottom here of page 2, the dietitian has said, our client has said, thank you for sharing that. That's great that they're supporting this lifestyle. It sounds like you're taking steps, right? So they're validating them. And then they're saying, I've got a background. If losing the weight is the goal, I'm confident that I can help. Would you like to hop on a call? So that's one example of how you can use my framework. Now, this is in the middle of a conversation, so this is assuming they've already said their hellos and this person has already asked the dietitian what their concern is. So what you want to do is validate them, but then ask them a question. And that question could be, do you have support? And if they don't, you could ask them if they want to hop on a call, whether that call leads to you learning more about them, or whether that call leads to an actual sales conversation where you're selling your product or service. Now, that doesn't mean every time you will sell, but you'll have a better chance of making a sale after you build a relationship and learn what problem that person has to see if you could possibly help solve it with your nutritional skills. Now, maybe you're wondering, where do I even find these people to send them direct messages to even have this conversation, ask them if they have support, and offer to hop on a call with them if they seem like a fit? And that would be a good question. So I want you to watch this next video on screen so you can learn more about what does it look like to identify possible people that you can send direct messages to and build relationships with and sell into your products or services as a virtual dietitian using Instagram DMs effectively. We'll see you next time.